Section 65 comes about of the Doctrine and Covenants as Joseph Smith resumes his translation of the Bible. Shortly after publishing the Book of Mormon, in June of 1830, Joseph had begun translating the Bible. Joseph had laid the translation aside of the Bible while he went on his trip to Missouri. Now that he's come back, he's going to pick that back up. He's residing here in the John Johnson home. This up here in this room, this was his translation room that John Johnson had provided for him. And here Joseph would sit, as you can see in this image, with his Bible open, and Sidney Rigdon would sit over here, scribing as Joseph translated and making notes within the Bible. Apparently, they came to Matthew 6 about this time, and in particular the Lord, specifically Joseph in his translation, just read the Lord's Prayer. And as we know, when the Lord closes his prayer, he says, "Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven," there in verse 10 of Matthew 6. Joseph just simply writes in his history when he gets this revelation, he calls it a revelation on prayer. And that probably means the Lord's Prayer. But it also might mean Joseph Smith's prayer as well. And probably Joseph's prayer about having the Lord's kingdom come to the earth. You're going to see in section 65, it's going to be a combination of different scriptural prophecies and phrases. You're going to see a little bit of John the Baptist being quoted in here with, "Prepare you the way of the Lord." You're going to see a little bit of Daniel interpreting Nebuchadnezzar's dream with the stone that he sees that is cut out of this mountain without hands and that fills the whole earth and that breaks apart this image. You're also going to see a little bit of the Lord's Prayer itself, specifically this end part, "Thy kingdom come, and thine is the power and the glory forever and ever." Joseph is going to end this revelation or this prayer that way as well. As you study it, I would just invite you to consider the differences that may be existing between these two things that get mentioned, the kingdom of God and the kingdom of heaven. Joseph prays that the kingdom of God can go forward so that the kingdom of heaven can come down. Think about what that might mean as Joseph gives this prayer on this great revelation stemming from the Lord's Prayer himself.